You ever watch someone switch sides mid-game? Not because they believed in the other team, but because that team was winning. That's what this episode is about. Not winning, not switching, but standing. Standing for truth, even when it's not popular, convenient, or profitable. See, we live in a time where people don't ask, is it right? They ask, what do I get from it? And truth? Truth has no incentives. It doesn't pay you fast. It doesn't validate you immediately, but it never fails you. I've seen people walk away from truth because the other side offered them more applause, more deals, more shine. But here's the thing. That shine, it fades. What you lose when you abandon truth, that echo stays forever. I made this album stand for truth, not just as music, but as a movement. Because I've felt the sting of watching people jump ship, people who once spoke truth, now silent. People who once stood beside you, now negotiating with the very lie you resisted. And I've asked myself the hard question, would I still stand for truth if it cost me everything? The answer, yes. 1,000 times yes. Let me tell you something most people don't admit. Truth is not always comfortable. In fact, sometimes it's a lonely road. But what makes it worth walking is knowing that when the lights go off and the noise disappears, you still recognize the man in the mirror. You didn't sell out. You didn't fold. You didn't betray yourself for a seat at their table. One of my favorite lyrics from the album says, "They paint it gold, but the core is hollow. Fast lane life, but it's hard to swallow." That's the illusion. The gold looks good, but it's hollow inside. This episode is a reminder. Don't jump the fence. Don't switch no sides. Don't trade your legacy for benefits that fade. Let the world know you by one thing: you stood. Not when it was easy. Not when it was trending. But when it was right. So wherever you are right now, if you're facing pressure to play both sides, if you're being tempted by quick wins, if you're watching people fold and wondering if you should too, don't. Truth never shouts. But it always outlives the noise. And legacy? Legacy is not written by those who float. It's written by those who stand. So stand. Even alone. Stand when the spotlight leaves. Stand when the rewards vanish. Stand when your voice shakes. But stand. Because in the end, truth is the only team worth playing for. If this resonated with you, share it. Tag someone who needs to hear it. Let's make standing for truth the new rebellion. This is VJ Kumar, and you're listening to Meaningful Podcasts. Bottom line, the world doesn't need more followers. It needs more anchors. Be one.